Hi, and welcome to the Hive Collaborative. The Hive is a boutique production house in Provo, Utah that specializes in helping people create, express, and produce. You're going to want to like and subscribe because you're going to want to see our 10-minute films, stand-up comedy, how-to videos, and so much more. Thanks and enjoy.
You picked a real beauty spot.
No, not really.
How far do you think to Boonville?
Well, I haven't walked it myself in a few years, but maybe an hour.
I don't mean to be nosy.
But what am I doing out here?
Yeah.
See that house over there? That's mine. My husband. He passed over, 10 years ago now, but he left me the house and the car, and Social Security's been good to me, or good enough. So, you're looking at the squeaky wheel.
Meaning?
I got time on my hands, see? Time I could devote to the Rotary Club or St. Vincent de Paul or God knows what. Oh, pardon my French.
But you'd rather take photos of random cars.
No, dear. I photograph litter bugs.
Nobody's gonna throw trash while you watch.
People do things you wouldn't believe. And then I get their plates, and I call up Deputy Larry Haskell at the sheriff's office, and he gives those dirty birds a ticket they'll never forget. Oh, pardon my French. And if they do try to dispute that ticket, I do make a very compelling witness.
But this road, seriously, what are the odds someone's gonna throw their trash out the window right where you can see? Okay, that's incredible.
Young man, I do what the rest of the world doesn't have time for. I follow up. I complain. I'm the woman who calls the customer service line and won't hang up until they've fixed whatever the problem is, which, if you really want to know, makes me the most feared woman in the Western world.
So like, when I buy an avocado and I'm all excited to eat this perfect, ripe avocado, and I slice it open and it's black, like rotten.
And y'all want to take it back?
Right, but I don't, because I'm busy.
Sweetie, I have returned 34 avocados this year alone. Oh, excuse me, dear. I do need to take this. Hello? Yes, this is Mrs. Kitson. Yes, my dear boy. And thank you so much for calling me back. Now, I just want to make several things perfectly clear. First, I have all day to get this right. Second, I want to talk to your supervisor because you don't have the authority to get me what I want. What the world wants, actually. And finally, yes, I will hold. But only while you connect me to your super. There. Time plus charm is an unbeatable recipe for success.
Who are you on hold with?
My power company, 3 Rivers. But this could take a moment, and I only have just so many hands, so would you mind?
Oh, okay, sure.
And if you don't mind my asking, what do you do to pay your way through this weary world?
Me? Oh, I run an office. Very boring.
But today, you're on the road, looking to find yourself.
All the way to the West Coast, if I can do it.
Horse manure. And pardon my French. Yes, sweetie, I'm still on hold. For your supervisor, yes. And you tell him I'm very nice. Thank you. I hate public utilities. None of them gives a ripe fig about the public.
What exactly are they doing to you?
They raised my rates, but I can't see what the extra charge is for. I've compared the old bills, the new. Basically, they're advertising one rate and charging another, which means I'll be taking them straight to the Better Business Bureau and then to court.
I realize this might sound like an odd question, but who exactly are you on hold with?
I told you, 3 Rivers.
Right, but who with?
Mitch.
Would you mind if I speak to him?
You know Mitch?
That office nowhere I work at? 3 Rivers.
Y'all are a very sneaky young man.
Seriously, let me talk to him. They're supposed to be playing Vivaldi. Oh, hey, Mitch, it's me, Brendan. Yeah, sure. It's H-17-245. Listen, this customer you have, help her. Yes, you heard me, and hit the expedite button. Yes, I know you've never hit the expedite button before, but this once, it's time. Okay, thanks.
So I've been expedited, meaning...
They'll send your complaint straight to the head of billing. He'll see that you're absolutely correct, and in a month or 2, they'll figure up a new format.
Does 3 Rivers know you're walking all the way to the West Coast?
I might have forgotten to mention it. Not that it matters now.
You just lost your job. For me?
Never hit expedite. But don't worry, Mitch won't take the fall. He's not the take the fall kind of guy.
Well, I do thank you for your help with 3 Rivers. But when it comes to this walking nonsense, you shouldn't be wasting your time or mine.
What have you got against, I don't know, self-discovery?
Do I look like a woman who's in it for me?
Maybe not now, but when you were young, just starting out?
When I was young, what I did was waste a whole lot of time. So yes, I'm trying to make up for it. And if you think my plans end with sitting in this lawn chair, if you think for 1 second that I don't have bigger ideas, then you have another think coming.
What are you gonna do, march on Washington?
No, what I'm about to do is occupy Boonville.
Boonville? Like, down the road Boonville?
I will admit, Boonville is a benighted scrap heap of a town. Full-time jobs you can't live on, more opioids than you can shake a stick at. But it's also got a fine little courthouse and a delightful central square.
Occupy. That whole movement, Occupy Wall Street or whatever, and I'm sorry you're the last to know, but it's dead.
Young man, will you remind me of your name?
Brendan.
Brendan? I'm telling you, if we take over that pretty town square, bring in a few dozen friends and really, occupy, we might have those flyover snobs coming to us for pointers.
You're crazy, you know that?
Possibly. But I have a pound of brownies all set to come out of the oven. And I've got 3 avocados in the fruit bowl. You come on back to the house, and while you're chowing down, I'll rustle up the ice chest and some sleeping bags. Then you help me throw a couple of Baca lounges into my F-150, and we'll drive them over to Boonville and set up shop.
With recliners? For real?
Honey, at my age, recliners are a very serious business.
I'm not saying yes, and if I do say yes, it'll only be for a couple days.
I know you had your sights set on something different, but take it from an old coot. You don't have to walk all that far to find yourself. Now you give me a 5-minute head start to set out lunch, and in the meantime, you see what you can do with that camera.
I'm really not joining up with you.
Of course not. Not in a million years.
You are so busted.
Can you go give this to him? Can you go give this to him? Yeah, like that. Perfect! Did you get that?